November 8th, 2022, 2 a.m. Your phone lights up. Email notification. Subject line: FTX withdrawals temporarily paused. You try to log in. Error message. You refresh. Still frozen. You check Twitter. Thousands of people panicking. Your crypto is stuck. Their crypto is stuck. $8 billion worth of customer funds just gone. Within 48 hours, the second largest crypto exchange on Earth would file for bankruptcy. $32 billion in valuation would vanish. And a 30-year-old in cargo shorts and a messy t-shirt would go from the next Warren Buffett to federal prison. How did this happen? How did a math genius from MIT convince celebrities, billionaires, and millions of regular people to trust him with their life savings? And how did it all collapse in less than a week? This is the story of FTX, the biggest fraud in crypto history, and the 30-year-old who pulled it off. In today's video, we're breaking down the insane story of FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, and how $32 billion in paper wealth disappeared almost overnight. Welcome to my channel. I'm Professor Cashflow, and my mission is to turn the biggest financial mysteries and scandals into clear stories you can actually use in real life. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly how the scam worked, why so many smart people fell for it, and the lessons you need to protect your own money in a world full of hype, frauds, and too good to be true promises. Let's get into it. Let's rewind. Who is Sam Bankman-Fried? He's born in 1992 to two Stanford law professors, smart family, wealthy family. His parents literally teach legal ethics at one of the most prestigious universities in America. The irony of that will hit you later. He grows up on the Stanford campus in California, surrounded by academics and Silicon Valley culture. This is the heart of tech innovation. Google is being built down the street. Facebook launches when he's 12. He's growing up watching nerdy kids become billionaires. He gets into MIT, studies physics, not business, not finance, physics. He's a math guy, a problem solver, the kind of person who sees the world as equations waiting to be optimized. Graduates 2014, and here's where it gets interesting. While at MIT, he meets a philosopher named Will MacAskill. MacAskill is one of the founders of a movement called effective altruism, and this philosophy will define Sam's entire public persona for the next decade. The idea is simple but powerful. Make as much money as humanly possible, then donate it to causes that do the maximum good. Not just any charity, the most efficient charities, the ones that save the most lives per dollar. Malaria nets in Africa, clean water projects, global health initiatives. It sounds noble, and to be fair, a lot of effective altruists are genuinely trying to do good. But it also creates a convenient justification for ruthless wealth accumulation. Because you're not getting rich for yourself, you're getting rich to save the world. Sam buys in completely. He decides, I'm going to get rich, really rich, and I'm going to give it all away. So he takes a job at Jane Street Capital, a high-frequency trading firm on Wall Street. These are the guys who use algorithms and supercomputers to make millions of trades per second. They're not investing, they're exploiting tiny inefficiencies in the market faster than anyone else can. Sam's good at it, really good. He's making $300,000 a year. That's more than 99% of people his age, and he's donating half of it, living on $150,000, giving away $150,000. He's living the effective altruist dream. His coworkers are impressed. His mentors think he's special. He's the guy who actually walks the talk. But he wants more impact. $150,000 a year in donations is good, but it's not world-changing. So in 2017, he quits Jane Street and starts Alameda Research, a quantitative crypto trading firm. And this is where the story really begins. The pitch? Crypto markets in 2017 are the Wild West. Bitcoin trades for $10,000 on one exchange in the US, $10,500 on an exchange in Japan, $10,200 in Europe. These price differences exist because the markets are fragmented, inefficient, and barely regulated. If you can move money between exchanges fast enough, you can buy low on one, sell high on another, and pocket the difference. It's called arbitrage, and it's essentially free money if you can execute it at scale. Alameda starts doing exactly that. They're making millions, then tens of millions. Sam's getting rich, fast. But there's a problem. To do arbitrage at massive scale, you need instant access to liquidity. You need to be able to move hundreds of millions of dollars between exchanges in seconds. And the existing exchanges, Coinbase, Kraken, Bitfinex, they're slow. They crash during high volume. They have withdrawal limits. They're not built for institutional traders. Sam realizes, if I want to dominate crypto trading, I need my own exchange, a platform I control, where I can move unlimited money instantly, where there are no restrictions. So in May 2019, he launches FTX. FTX stands for Futures Exchange, and the branding is brilliant. Clean logo, professional website, sleek interface. It looks like Bloomberg Terminal for crypto. Serious, institutional grade, the kind of platform a hedge fund would use. And it has features the competitors don't. Tokenized stocks, leveraged tokens, prediction markets, futures contracts with up to 100 times leverage. This isn't Coinbase for your grandma. This is a casino for sophisticated gamblers. And it works. 2019, Alameda is basically the only major customer, but the platform is fast and stable. Word spreads among traders. 2020, COVID hits. The Federal Reserve prints trillions of dollars. Money floods into markets. Stocks go up. Real estate goes up. And crypto? It explodes. Bitcoin goes from $7,000 to $64,000. Ethereum goes from $150 to $4,000. Everyone and their cousin is buying crypto, and they need exchanges to do it. FTX is perfectly positioned. While Coinbase is crashing under traffic, FTX stays online. While Binance is getting banned in countries for regulatory issues, FTX is courting regulators, saying, "We want to work with you." The trading volume explodes, billions per day, then tens of billions. And the valuation? It goes parabolic. January 2021, FTX raises money at a $1.2 billion valuation. July 2021, $18 billion. January 2022, $32 billion. In 1 year, FTX's paper valuation went from $1 billion to $32 billion. And Sam Bankman-Fried? He owns roughly 53% of the company. That makes him worth about $17 billion on paper. Then you add his stake in Alameda, his personal crypto holdings, his investments in other companies. Forbes estimates his net worth at $26 billion. He's 30 years old, and he's richer than Elon Musk was at 30, richer than Mark Zuckerberg was at 30. He's one of the youngest billionaires on Earth, and the image he projects is perfect. Messy hair, wrinkled t-shirts, cargo shorts. He says he cuts his own hair to save time. He drives a beat-up Toyota Corolla. He sleeps on a beanbag in the office. When he does interviews, he's playing League of Legends on his computer in the background. The message is clear. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the lifestyle. I'm not like other billionaires. I'm doing this to give it all away. And the media eats it up. Bloomberg calls him the next Warren Buffett. Fortune puts him on the cover. Time magazine names him one of the most influential people in the world. He's not just a crypto guy. He's a visionary, a philanthropist, the future of finance. Meanwhile, FTX moves headquarters to the Bahamas. Now, officially, this is for regulatory reasons. The Bahamas has crypto-friendly laws. It's easier to operate there than in the US. That's the story. But let's be real. The Bahamas also has zero income tax, zero capital gains tax, and it's a tropical paradise where you can live in luxury without anyone questioning it. FTX rents a $30 million penthouse at the Albany Resort. This isn't just an office, it's a compound. Ocean views, infinity pools, private beach access, the kind of place celebrities vacation. And Sam doesn't live there alone. His co-founder Gary Wang moves in. His ex-girlfriend Caroline Ellison, who's now running Alameda, moves in. About 10 other top employees move in. They're all in their 20s and early 30s. They're all crypto rich, and they're all living together in a $30 million frat house. But here's the brilliant part. From the outside, it doesn't look excessive, because Sam's still wearing shorts and t-shirts. He's still talking about effective altruism. He's still saying he's going to give it all away. The penthouse? That's just for efficiency. Everyone living together means better communication. The Bahamas? That's just smart regulatory arbitrage. And people believe it, because they want to believe it. The story is too good. The nerdy physics major who doesn't care about money, but accidentally became a billionaire while trying to save the world? That's the kind of story we root for. But while the world is celebrating Sam, something very different is happening behind the scenes. And in 2022, it's all about to come crashing down. But before it does, Sam takes one more victory lap, the biggest one yet. February 2022, Super Bowl Sunday. 100 million people are watching. Families gathered around TVs, the biggest advertising event of the year. And then, Larry David appears on screen. He's doing what Larry David does best, being skeptical, cynical, the guy who rejects everything. The wheel? Nah, it'll never catch on. The fork? What's wrong with using your hands? The toilet? Sounds unsanitary. Then someone in colonial-era clothing pitches him the Declaration of Independence. Larry says no. Someone in the 1800s pitches him the light bulb. Larry says no. Someone pitches him portable music players. Larry says no. And then in modern day, someone pitches him FTX. Larry looks at the camera. I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff. Never. Cut to text. Don't be like Larry. Don't miss out on crypto. 30 seconds, $30 million, and it worked perfectly. Because the joke is, Larry's always wrong. He rejected every great invention in history. So if he's rejecting FTX, that means FTX must be the next big thing. Your parents saw that ad. Your grandparents saw that ad. People who'd never heard of cryptocurrency now knew one name: FTX. Overnight, FTX went from crypto exchange to legitimate financial institution. They were Super Bowl advertisers. They were mainstream. And the celebrity endorsements kept coming. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. Not just an endorsement deal, he became an equity owner, an ambassador. His face was on FTX billboards. He appeared at FTX events. When Tom Brady puts his name on something, people trust it. Gisele Bündchen, his ex-wife, also got equity. Steph Curry, Shaquille O'Neal, Naomi Osaka. These aren't random influencers. These are some of the most famous athletes on earth. And then Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. A guy who built his career on being a ruthless, skeptical investor. He became a paid spokesperson for FTX. He said it was the safest, most reliable exchange. He called Sam Bankman-Fried one of the smartest people I've ever met. The credibility was stacking up, but it wasn't just celebrities, it was institutions. Miami Heat's arena gets renamed FTX Arena. 19-year deal, $135 million. Every time you watch a Heat game, you see that logo, FTX Arena. It's permanent, it's established, it's real. Major League Baseball umpires start wearing FTX patches on their uniforms. Formula One teams get FTX sponsorships. And Sam? He's everywhere. He's testifying before Congress, talking about how to regulate crypto responsibly. Lawmakers are treating him like the adult in the room, like the guy who gets it. He's donating $40 million to political campaigns, $5 million to Joe Biden's 2020 campaign. He says he'll spend up to $1 billion on the 2024 election. Politicians love him. Democrats love him. Republicans love him. Because he's giving both sides money. And venture capital? They're pouring in. Sequoia Capital writes a glowing profile calling him the next JP Morgan. BlackRock invests. Tiger Global invests. SoftBank invests. The Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan invests. These are not dumb people. These are some of the smartest investors on earth. And they're betting billions on FTX. At its peak, FTX has 2 million users. Not crypto nerds, regular people. Teachers, nurses, retirees. People putting their savings into FTX because it feels safe. Why wouldn't it feel safe? Tom Brady trusts it. Congress listens to Sam. Sequoia Capital invested. There's a 19-year arena naming deal. The Super Bowl ad costs $30 million. You don't spend that kind of money if you're running a scam. FTX's branding said, "We're not like those other sketchy crypto exchanges. We're professional. We're regulated. We're the future. Trust us." And millions of people did. But while all of this is happening publicly, something very different is happening privately, and it's about to destroy everything. Let's talk about what was really happening behind the curtain. FTX and Alameda were never separate. From day one, customer money was mixed with Alameda's trading funds. When FTX launched in 2019, it didn't even have its own bank account. Customers wired money directly to Alameda. That's insane. And Alameda had special privileges in FTX's code. Unlimited credit, no margin calls, no liquidation. They borrowed $8 billion of customer money. $8 billion. And Sam knew. Here's where it gets worse. FTX created a token called FTT. Alameda held billions of dollars worth of it, and they were using FTT as collateral to borrow real money from outside lenders. It's like using monopoly money to get a bank loan. As long as everyone believes it's valuable, it works. The second they don't, it collapses. 2022. The crypto market crashed. Luna collapsed. Celsius collapsed. Three Arrows Capital imploded. Lenders panicked. They called in loans. Alameda didn't have the cash, so they took more customer money from FTX. November 2nd, 2022. CoinDesk publishes an article about Alameda's balance sheet. The numbers look terrible. Mostly FTT tokens as assets. Billions in liabilities. The crypto world starts asking questions. November 6th. CZ, CEO of Binance, tweets that he's dumping all his FTT tokens. $500 million flooding the market. FTT's price tanks. Alameda's collateral becomes worthless. Customers panic and start withdrawing. November 8th, 2 a.m. FTX freezes withdrawals. $8 billion stuck. People are freaking out on Twitter. And Sam tweets, "FTX is fine. Assets are fine." He's lying. They're short $8 billion. That same day, Binance announces they'll rescue FTX. The crypto world breathes a sigh of relief. 24 hours later, Binance pulls out. They looked at the books and said, "We're out. This is beyond saving." November 11th. FTX files for bankruptcy. The new CEO, who cleaned up Enron, says he's never seen such a complete failure of corporate controls. And he's seen Enron. December 13th. Sam gets arrested in the Bahamas, extradited to the United States, charged with wire fraud, money laundering, securities fraud. His closest associates flip. Caroline Ellison, his ex-girlfriend and Alameda CEO, takes a plea deal. Gary Wang, his co-founder, takes a plea deal. Nishad Singh, head of engineering, takes a plea deal. All three testify against him. October 2023. Trial begins. The prosecution shows internal messages where Sam directs the use of customer funds. Balance sheets with the $8 billion hole. Testimonies from his own team saying Sam knew everything. Then Sam takes the stand. Big mistake. He claims he didn't know, that he was focused on the big picture, that it was management failures, not fraud. The prosecutor destroys him in cross-examination, shows him his own messages contradicting everything he just said. November 9th, 2023. Verdict: guilty. All 7 counts. The jury deliberated less than 5 hours. March 28, 2024. Sentencing: 25 years in federal prison, $11 billion in forfeiture. The judge says Sam knew it was criminal and did it anyway. He's now serving time in California. He'll be 57 when he gets out. So what's the lesson? First, not your keys, not your coins. If you don't control the private keys, you don't own the crypto. The exchange does, and they can freeze it, lose it, or steal it. Second, watch for red flags. One person controlling everything. No audits. Offshore headquarters. Celebrity endorsements instead of transparency. FTX had all of them. Third, don't trust celebrity endorsements. Tom Brady knows football, not crypto due diligence. They're getting paid millions to promote. That's not research. Fourth, diversify. Don't put everything in one place. Spread your risk. Fifth, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. High yields with zero risk don't exist. And finally, this wasn't just Sam's fault. Sequoia Capital invested $400 million without proper due diligence. BlackRock invested. Regulators didn't ask questions. Congress treated him like an expert. The media worshipped him. We all wanted to believe the story, but it was a lie. A performance designed to extract billions from trusting people, and it worked for years. So be honest. If you'd seen the Super Bowl ad, if Tom Brady endorsed it, if Sequoia invested, would you have put your money in FTX? Most people did, and they lost everything. That's the story. From $32 billion to zero in 1 week. From the next Warren Buffett to federal prison. If this taught you something, hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives. Drop a comment. Did you have money in FTX? I am Professor Cashflow. See you in the next video.